Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I want to start by saying happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there, and thanks for joining us today. Not as long of a video this time. I just wanted to get the ends framed in on here because there was some snow in the forecast, and as you'll see later in the video, it did end up showing up. So to frame the two ends, I picked up a couple sheets of 1/2-inch plywood, and that took care of the openings on the sides. On this end I already had the window in there, and then above that, it's kind of hard to tell in the video, but there's actually another sheet of the polycarbonate there. So I didn't have too big of an opening to cover up on this side, just really the two sides. And we're also wasting the sunlight this particular day. I only had about 2 hours of usable light to get some work done before it got real dark out. And as you might have noticed, I'm wearing the blaze orange because this was actually the second day of opening weekend of deer hunting in Wisconsin. So just to be on the safe side, there shouldn't really be anybody hunting around where I am, but you never know what can happen. Someone gets lost in the woods or something, so just to be safe, I thought it'd be a good idea to wear the blaze orange. This part really went pretty smooth. What you saw me doing on the bottom there was I put 2 screws in right where I want that plywood to sit, and that makes it really easy to put it in place by yourself, and you don't have to have someone else hold it there while you screw it down. And then there I'm just using the square and a marker to mark a line so I know where to put the screws, so that it'll be going into the stud that goes across. I'm not quite totally happy with the way I have this the exhaust plumbed out for the wood burner. I think I'm going to end up changing it. Ideally, I'd like to have a little bit more of that pipe inside to get some of the heat benefit off of it. Right now I only have the damper section that rises up, and then it makes the 90 degree and comes out of that piece of metal there, so there's not a whole lot of it inside the cabin to get the heat from. Now it still does do a pretty good job the way it is. I ended up lighting a fire in it, as you'll see later, and after about half hour to 45 minutes it actually got pretty warm in there, and it was about 32 degrees outside that particular day. And you can see how dark it was here already. I had to turn on a light just so that the camera would be able to pick it up good. I think this was probably about 4:30 p.m.
.5 by 37.
By now I think it was about 5 p.m. and you can see it's pretty much pitch black outside. There's pretty solid cloud cover, so even any light that would have been from the moon wasn't really helping at all. This was the last piece that needed to be installed to be totally dried in.
Okay, so we are officially dried in. We got polycarbonate piece right there, kind of like a second window, and then the 2 plywood sides. And then we'll bring it to the other side. Got our plywood sides. Dog chilling in a corner. And then I gotta put a little trim piece across the bottom of the door there yet to fill that gap, at least for now until I get an actual door. Better than this.
And here's a view the next morning after we got the snow. You can see most of it slid off pretty well. We had probably about 1 inch to 2 inches of accumulation overnight. And by early morning it was getting pretty slushy out. Well, thanks for tuning in, everyone, and I hope you have a safe and happy holiday. Happy Thanksgiving.